welcome back to Britannia Unconsidered. Today we're looking for a Roman bridge, one of only 10 left in the country like this. We're near Acton, well, we're in Acton Burnell, we're starting our journey, and we're going to be following public footpaths from here, making our way across fields, and we're going to do our best to find it. This is one I've been looking for ages, and it's the first bit of sun we've had for about 6 weeks in 2026, so I've used it, got out, and let's see how we get on. So let's find out what's going on with the Roman bridge. Yeah, Acton Burnell is a planned medieval village. You can see the crossroads, and it is laid out in a grid system. Pretty interesting, actually. Social planning of the medieval period, town planning. Yeah, you can still see snow on the high hills, the South Shropshire hills, and it is pretty cold today. So this is the first episode of Britannia Unconsidered. Yeah, I changed the name of Third Rate Content. I had become attached to it and all its little mannerisms that went with it, but I did feel that the name wasn't representative of what we're doing on the channel today. I named it years ago when I first got a YouTube channel, and I was just uploading old holiday clips and just junk that I had on my phone. So the name Third Rate Content really suited the channel for that short time. But since then, since the last 4 years and a little bit longer, I've been trying to do more of what we do here on Britannia Unconsidered. So yeah, the name wasn't representative, and it's a little bit more of a grown-up name. Not that I'm bothered what people think, I just think it gives you a better idea of people who perhaps have never watched it before if they see a video. So yeah, we have got the new name, but the content is very much the same as when it was third rate content. Excuse my Ordnance Survey map. I do need it on this absolutely water-soaked, claggy, sunny day. So we'll see how we get on going across these fields, see if we find the Roman bridge, and if it's even visitable. The brook might be too flooded, we'll see. But we're going to visit Frodesley first, and Frodesley Church, and then make our way back up the Roman road here. We'll talk about it when we get to it, to hopefully where I've isolated where I think the Roman bridge will be, but I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. Just over there is Frodesley. I'm going to go and see the church before we hit up the Roman bridge. What I can say for sure is, prior to the Roman invasion of AD 40, this would have been Cornovi country. Shropshire would have been the heart of that tribe's lands. What is now Shropshire? Shropshire didn't exist in those times. Yeah, pretty incredible. This place is open. I wasn't expecting it today, but it's a bonus. And we found Frodesley through all the muck and the mire. I don't know if you can see me walking boots and trousers. They got it. Yeah, the font is one of the oldest features of Frodesley Church. And it is Norman, very simple, undecorated. I've seen more decorated Norman fonts, but this one is simple. Great to see though. And I just love being in churches all on my own, up the line. But there is Jacobean wooden furniture in here, 1600s. And of course the reader's desk. But it's a simple church, and quite small. You just got the one arcade with the north aisle. Yeah, looking towards, say, Shropshire Hills. We've been there on our videos last year. Caradoc and Lawley, all these landmarks would have been like road signs in the Roman times. Yeah, we're just coming up on the Roman road here, what was a Roman road. Watling Street, part of it. And we're going to go right. And it goes in a roughly straight line all the way to Wroxeter in its heyday. You talk about ley lines being straight. Roman roads are very much of the same sort of, they're very straight, and the Romans built them, some say, over trackways that existed already. They said, it's a bit of a myth that the Romans just built the roads. They went over stuff that was already there, which is very interesting. But I mean, Bronze Age was a very successful era, as in farming, food production, and population growth. So when the Romans came along, these tracks were most likely already there, and then the Romans metalled them, made them more permanent, and wheeled vehicles, towed. But I mean, this went all the way from down south all the way to Wroxeter, and as the Romans were first here, stamping their mark on these more northern regions. I mean, they conquered the southeast of England emphatically. And it's like reassuring in a way to think that all those years ago, the Wrekin would have just been as much of a landmark as it is today. I mean, the view would have hardly been any different, except probably more tree cover, and it would look a lot more creepy. Especially creepy in the decades after the Romans first got over here. Britain would have been a heart of darkness, basically. In the late 40s AD, the eagle standards of Rome gleam across the Severn. The Legion 14 Germania marches into the land of the Cornovi. Smoke rises from the Wrekin hill fort as resistance crumbles. Auxiliaries arrive, ford the river. Legionaries hammer stakes for a new fortress at Viraconium. The wild Shropshire hills fall under imperial shadow. Taxes, roads and Roman order arrive. The frontier is claimed, but it must have been creepy for those early Roman forces in the region. Outside of the settlements and towns, it's kind of terrifying really if you're Roman out there. Yeah, bringing civilization over to old Albion, Britannia. They tried, they got so far, but they didn't get the full way. People in the southeast were much more meek and amiable. People in the north, not so much. Yeah, of course, there would have been Roman farmsteads and things like that in the area around Wroxeter in Shropshire. The Roman bridge segment is supposed to be on this side of the road. I've got a suspicion though it's a little bit further up. I don't know. I've just been proper looking at my map with my magnifying glass, and just, it seems to me there's a brook up here and sort of slightly wooded area. And a third-rate content viewer, Britannia Unconsidered viewer, Damien Barton, did send me some super pictures of him when he visited. And it's been on my radar for 2 or 3 years, this place, but I've never got round to finding where it is exactly. Hopefully we do it today. But thank you, Damien, for the great pictures and the sort of prod. Although probably you weren't intending it, but it gave me a prod to get out here. But I've just been waiting for the good weather, which isn't particularly good, but it's the best we've had for a while. And I've been really dying to get out and find this. Yeah, we've walked from Frodesley up the Roman road here, and I think the Roman bridge will be where the road continued back in the day, and it's somewhere around here, but we might be wrong. As we said, we're going to have a good look here. Yeah, the Roman road ends as a road here, but the footpath continues, and the Roman road would have continued in this direction. As you can see the Wrekin in the background. Wroxeter in a straight line would have just be around there. By the late 1st century, the tribes of Shropshire lay subdued. The Cornovi bent the knee, hill-fought fires died. Along Watling Street, once carrying swords, spears and legionary boots, toward Viraconium, now rolled ox carts laden with grain, wool, lead ingots and pottery. Near Acton Burnell's quiet fields, of course there was no Acton Burnell then, the roads became a lifeline of trade. Merchants bartered, taxes flowed, villas rose. Rome's frontier softened into everyday Roman life. Yeah, we are going to visit Wroxeter at some point in the summer of 2026. I meant to do it in 2025, but I just didn't get around to it. But I think with the Roman roads we're investigating, and I've got another one near Minsterley that we're going to be doing, it is definitely time, and it also ties in to our sort of King Arthur stuff we've done in the past, and this whole region being so alive with history, mystery, folklore, legend and magic and layers of history. Now, in the woods close to the brook, searching for the Roman bridge, but it's a very atmospheric, empty feeling here. And it does add to it that when I was here, I kept seeing sort of what I thought were figures in the corner of my eye. I don't know if it was my hair sticking out of my hat, but I did see them repeatedly. It was quite unexpected finding this waterfall stroke weir. Really gorgeous. And this is the Roman bridge. It's one of the rarest survivals in Britain. Historic England described it as one of fewer than 10 known Romano-British bridges in England. Most Roman bridges in Britain were wooden, which rarely survive. Stone or masonry examples with visible abutments are exceptionally uncommon. The visible remains are primarily the stone abutments, the foundations and piers on the banks, partially excavated in the 1950s after a fisherman discovered evidence in 1951. Excavations showed the bridge developed over time, with possible Roman origins and reuse and modification in the medieval period. yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day there. I mean, it's been a great debut of Britannia Unconsidered. We've explored the countryside close to Acton Burnell. We've visited the interior of the church, and we've walked the Roman road on its way, Watling Street, on its way to Roxeter, or when the weather's better and drier. I can't properly get up and down the banks, it's slippy. I'm not boasting, but I'm very athletic, but it's just a nightmare. The brook's up. One false move and I'll be in the brook with all my equipment. Thank you for joining us on Britannia Unconsidered today. It's been a real adventure, mid-February. First nice day we've had for 6 weeks, but you know, it's been great to get out in the sunshine and have an adventure, and we've seen quite a bit. So Britannia Unconsidered, thank you. If you enjoyed today, why don't you subscribe if you haven't already, but thank you if you have. Why don't you follow us on Instagram, hype us, and hit the notification bell if you want to stay updated on all Britannia Unconsidered's goings on. There's going to be loads this year, and one of them is going to be coming back here, but the conditions are going to be need to be a bit better underfoot because it is really mucky and claggy today. I'm not moaning. Anyway, if I don't see you soon, I'll see you Britannia Unconsidered soon. And we're signing out. Thank you. Goodbye.